Hi guys, welcome to Scott's Movie Reviews. My name is Scott, myself, and today I'm discussing with you Priest, starring Paul Bettany, Carl Urban, Christopher Plummer, and Maggie Q, directed by Scott Stewart, who also worked with Paul Bettany for Legion. And why won't I start with the plot summary? And before I start on that, thank you for watching and listening to this video. But if you haven't seen this movie yet, I advise you press stop now because this thing is going to get spoiled rotten. You have been warned. Welcome to Scott's Movie Reviews, and this movie is basically like Legion, except with priests and vampires, and based off of a comic book also. But it's not a superhero Marvel comic books like Thor from last weekend. But let's get into the story. It's basically like the priests were fighting off against the vampires. And so when Black Cat, played by Carl Urban, gets taken, Priest thought he was dead. But then he ended up getting bitten by the queen vampire that made him unstoppable. And so Priest has questions for this father priest, played by Christopher Plummer, and he wants to go in his about the dreams that he's been having with Black Cat. And so his brother, priest's brother, plus his wife Shannon and their daughter Lucy gets captured. Well, a couple of them killed and Lucy captured. Then it becomes a hunt for Priest. Priest finds a partner named Hicks, played by Cam Gigandid, who you may have seen him in The Roommate. But basically, this guy helps Priest out, and as well as Maggie Q as, I don't remember her name to be honest, but let's call her Asian Priest, since that's the best I can come up with. No offense to you. But the movie ends with the fact that spoiler alert, that Lucy is Priest's son. I mean, no, not son, daughter. Excuse me. Basically, the movie ends like that, and he saves her life. Okay, the movie was okay, not a great movie, which I'll get to at the end, but I saw this in 3D, and it was good in 3D, but there were a few moments when it felt a little cheesy to me. For example, there was a funny scene where they were in the town of Jericho. I actually put that in my notes. That they were in Jericho, and Black Hat, Carl Urban, he's doing this little conductor thing, like, you know, moving on. And then at the same scene, this Asian priest comes up to Black Cat, and he does all this tricky stuff, moves, and then all of a sudden, Black Cat sucker punches him, and it kills him. That was like, that's convenient for as far as a movie goes. But this movie was something I was afraid would look like Legion again. So, Legion was an okay, but not a great, but a recommendation. But this one, I don't know if I can recommend it though, because it drove me crazy that it reminded me a bit of Legion. That was the thing about this movie. It was corny like Legion. It was a little action packed like Legion. But at the same time, it's the same flavor. So that's what annoyed me about this movie in general. The plot was okay, but not a great plot. I mean, I wish they could have done better. But the movie ends up where Legion kind of ends, except Legion ends like a mother and a baby. But this one ends more like Priest and his daughter. So, did I like it? Not a great movie. but I'm going to give it a mild non-recommendation. So, yep, unfortunately, and my reviews were just okay for this movie. I didn't have much to think, so I wanted to speed this up. So, next weekend, I'm going to review Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides of the Caribbean. No, not the Caribbean part. I made that part up. But Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides is next week. And I will have that review by next weekend. And I hope you guys enjoyed this review for Priest for Scott's Movie Reviews. And thank you for watching and listening. Have a good